What's up everyone, this is Nitro. So since I picked up Tiaris, I figured I could give the level 60 Ice Dragon a try and see if I can beat it or not. So I'm just gonna get started and we will see if this works out or it's going to fail miserably. Now, before I begin, I will note that my character's setup is going to change. Because I have Tiaris, I absolutely have to throw her into the party. So I'm actually going to use Leon rather than Ledin because I feel like Leon, by charging and attacking enemies, he could probably wipe out, these mages and so on, so that I don't even need to tank those hits. So given that's the case, my party is going to be, of course, the two mages, two healers in Liana and Tiaris, and then Leon. So it's going to be, one really overpowered party. My only real concern is whether Lana can survive against this Ice Dragon, because her equipment is just not maxed out yet, and yeah, I think Bozel won't have a problem. It's just Lana that's going to be the issue, especially since she has not mastered her class despite hitting level 55. I don't have the I don't have the items from the time rift. I haven't collected enough of them to upgrade her. In any case, this is going to be my party. There's not going to be a tank. It's just going to be two mages, melee DPS, and then two healers. And we'll see how this plays out. So, before I begin, just want to take a look because I want to make sure all my skills are properly set. It's a good thing I checked because Bozel, for example, did not have the Dark Reaper skill. Similarly, the third skill for Lana is kind of flexible. It could be the Magic Defense Intimidate, it could be Black Hole, it could be Blizzard. I'm not sure if Magic Defense Intimidate even stacks with the Sage's hat the Warlock's hood that she has, which has a 50% chance of applying Magic Defense decrease of 30% rather than 20%. But it is what it is. Let's just equip it, because the Warlock's Hood doesn't always activate, whereas the MDef Intimidate always does. So this looks like a decent setup, and I guess my first turn will be using Leon to attack this guy, and then retreat back 3 tiles, and then can I bring Liana to use again? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. So Leon ends up on the tile that he can move to, which is this one. And Liana is 1 tile off from using again. Okay. What I will do then, because Liana is just a healer, I'm going to actually change up her equipment. I'm going to give her Bernhardt's Speed Boot, so she won't have her enchant buff of 20% additional healing, but I believe that Speed Boot will make all the difference in killing off that target right at the start. So let's do that. So I give up the Crystal Ball, which is intelligence increase. It's quite a stat drop, I have to say, because I'm losing intelligence, I'm losing the healing effect, and I'm losing this additional 20% healing. So her healing should have dropped very significantly, but it's not a huge deal. I don't think it's not a game breaker, given that I have Tiaris as a secondary healer. And the more important thing is I get to kill both mages on the first turn, which will prevent them from attacking me. So with all that said, let's begin. So now the setup should be the right one. It is definitely a suboptimal equipment compared to before, but hey, I think getting those kills at the start is more important, because it's for all these Ice Dragons, the biggest issue is getting to the Ice Dragon itself without losing any characters. Alright, so everything's set up. Liana now has 4 movement, so let's begin. And hopefully this will work out. Alright, so let's begin with Chivalry. And we're gonna smash one of these mages right from the start. It's interesting, they have so much hit points. So I absolutely have to use his skill, really. Yep. With the skill, it was enough damage to kill. Which means, if I bring Tiaris up, let's apply Attack Blessing for the second attack. Alright, Liana with the again. And I don't think it really matters. Let's just stay close. So, with the attack blessing, I'm hoping that's enough damage to kill off the second sorceress, and it was. Fortunately. Alright. Nothing for Lana to do. And then just a faction buff from Bozel. Okay. Come on, Lana. Okay, good. So Lana survives that tentacle strike, which makes things much easier now. So let's mop this guy up then. I don't have any faction buff, there's no Bernhard, but I do have that attack blessing, which should be good enough. But before we do that, let's heal up. I could miracle this turn, but given all my characters that are here, there's really no reason to miracle. And I don't want to provoke these guys yet. So let's see. So let's just heal up, save the miracle for when I fight that second group. And it's... there's 3 attacks. I'm not sure I need to use any skills. But just in case, let's use some. Alright, so Ice Lance to start. The M-Def Intimidate. Next is a Fireball from Bozel. Now it should, yeah. In fact, it looks like I didn't even need to use a skill. So, okay, they're all down. So, with Tiaris, Tiaris was absolutely critical for killing those 2 sorceresses from the start. So was Liana with the extra movement. Alright, so that's 2 down. And now it's this second group. And if I wait a turn, I will have access to Again as well as Chivalry, which would let me kill off that mage right away. And I think that's the priority because they have close to 900 intelligence. I just feel like if they get to attack, they're gonna kill everyone off. So I'm going to wait a turn. I am delaying a bit, but I think it's worth it. And I should not need Miracle against just 2 targets. So I'll save the Miracle for when I fight the dragon. Alright. Here we go. Chivalry to begin. And an attack skill to guarantee the kill. Alright. Perfect. Now let's bring in the 2 mages. Oh, there's nowhere for Bozel to attack. Well, that's fine. Okay, let's just use Again then. So misplacement with Leon. By placing him where he was, he did block the attack of Bozel. But no big deal. Alright, so that wipes out the monsters, which is almost always the hardest part. Next is just fighting against the Ice Dragon, which is always a stat check. If your characters can survive the Ice Dragon attack, you win. If your characters die to the Ice Dragon, you lose. It's as simple as that. There's no other aspect to it. So, we move everybody up. Leon... There's nothing for Leon to do, unless he has Chivalry, because... I'll talk about Leon's attack when Chivalry's cooldown is over. Yeah. So everyone else just moves up, and Bozel will faction buff, so that the two of them can attack. And with that, I will also apply Attack Blessing and Miracle. And I don't think it really matters the order. I'll do Miracle first because it has the longer cooldown. So let's just Miracle up. Alright, so turn 6, I begin my attack on the dragon. And it's always going to start with Lana, who I'm going to use Attack Blessing on, because she's the weaker one of the two. Bozel has higher hit points, higher magic defense, so I'm less worried about Bozel. So, in any case, let's hit the Ice Dragon with Lana. And she applies that magic defense Intimidate, which allows Bozel to do the same attack. Alright, looks good. Nothing for Leon to do. Now, just a quick note. The Ice Age ability of this dragon, there's a 3-block range around the target. So you have to keep your other characters 3 tiles away. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So if they're standing along here, they're okay. If I move them any closer, they will get hit by Ice Age. So by standing them further back like this, they should be fine. Yeah, you have to be wary of that, of the radius of that Ice Age attack. Sorry, it's 3 blocks. I think it actually goes all the way over here. So if I stand on these tiles, I believe I get hit, which is why all my characters are standing 1 tile further back than that. So Liana doesn't need to use prayer, so she's just going to end her turn. So move everyone else. And he goes off with the Ice Age. Oh no! Which attack was that? Was that the single target attack? It looked like the single target attack. Breath of Ice. Okay. So he'll use Ice Age the next turn then. Alright. So single target strikes. Next is another single target strike. Oh, and that was a mistake on my part. I should have used Lana to attack first because she applies the debuff so that Bozel would have done more damage. Right? And you can see here, he has minus 30% magic defense, so Bozel would have done a lot more. As a side note, just now, her helm procced and MDef Intimidate also applied, but there's only 1 debuff, minus 30% magic defense. So her helm's Warlock Hood's ability does not stack with MDef Intimidate. Just a quick note there. Other than that, because everyone is damaged, I'm going to apply Prayer now to heal them both up. You can see the healing is less than before. In the past, this would have brought them to full health guaranteed. Because she does not have her proper accessory, it did not bring them to full health. But not a big deal because they'll survive. So everyone else just stands in place. Because I didn't notice him using Ice Age. There we go. There's the Ice Age attack. And it hurts. Bozel even nearly died from it. And Bozel's the one that has more magic defense, 496. So if Lana got hit, it looks like she would have definitely died. Moving on. So he now only has a single target strike. So I can launch an assault. And this is the interesting thing. Chivalry, we're going to talk about it now. Chivalry has the effect of granting immunity to debuffs. So what that means is I can actually attack the Ice Dragon without fear, because normally his passive has a 50% chance to freeze the attacker. I mean, to be fair, the damage taken from melee attacks is decreased by 90%, so Liana will only do 10% of his damage. But any damage is better than none. So we will move in Leon, because Chivalry is active. And he's already used Ice Age. So, everybody attack! And I'm hoping he will use his ranged attack on... From what I remember from the previous dragon, this dragon likes to focus on targets that are closer. So even though he has a 4 range attack, he won't use it on my healers if I bring them in to attack range. So let's see if that is the case or not. Let's begin the attack with Lana. Let's heal up. Bozel. I have a gain, but it's a little bit of a struggle to use right now. So, well, I guess I'll attack and then heal. No, I'm going to just heal because it's just too dangerous. Just bring them all to full health. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. So, he does attack Leon, because Leon can't retaliate, so I could have attacked with Bozel. Now, Ice Age is active again, so I need to move everybody back. Including Leon, because Ice Age's AoE effect, the AoE radius of Ice Age is just too dangerous. So even though Attack Blessing is active, I can't actually use it because otherwise he would AoE and the 3 range would probably kill off one of my characters. Or let me see. Hold on, one moment. 3 blocks around the target, so that would be 1. I'm not sure if it means 1, 2, 3 or just 1, 2, 3, because that's a big difference. I'm assuming it's 3 blocks around the target, which means it goes out into this area, so I'm going to be safe and I'm not going to use Attack Blessing. I think it's better to be safe than lose Tiaris on this turn, and I do have 6 turns left, so... Yep. So let's back off. Let's use her Dark Reaper attack, which will bring her back to full health, and apply the M-Def Intimidate. Unfortunately, I can't take advantage of it because I need to apply Faction Buff with Bozel. And then everybody just walks back out. Okay, so he is targeting Bozel, fortunately, which makes things much easier for me. Alright. Let's apply Attack Blessing on Lana. Lana will use her Ice Lance attack. It's now a single target attack again this turn, so I can... Let's see. It's kind of a struggle to keep Bozel healthy and try to use a gain. I'm just not getting the chance to use a gain at all. But that's fine. Let's use Dark Reaper. As long as the two mages are healthy, I can keep attacking like this. And Leon's just standing here, waiting for Chivalry. Alright, there's a single... Oh! That was a single target attack on Lana instead of Bozel. Alright, back off. Miracle. Hold on. Can I even heal her first? If I apply prayer, let's say on himself. Yes, so I can heal Liana back to full health. Which is what I need. Alright, so what we will do is first move Tiaris back and apply Miracle. Then we'll move Liana back and apply Prayer. And then double attack. There's no skills, but should be fine. Kinda iffy on this one, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, it is a bit of a gamble, now that I think about it, because he will attack next turn. There's no skill on Lana. You know, how many turns left? 4 turns? 4 turns. He's down to 7,000 hit points. I don't need to gamble on this one. So, Lana is just going to end her turn. She's not going to attack. She applies a debuff, which allows Bozel to do his Dark Reaper attack. Okay. Alright. So now he does Ice Age. Perfect. So everyone can now attack. Let's begin with Leon. And we know this Ice Dragon is going to target Leon. So everyone else can keep striking. I'm going to save the Dark Reaper because I don't need it this turn. So let's use the Ice Lance instead. Let's use a gain on Lana. Oh, that was actually a mistake. I should have used it on Bozel, but it's fine. No big deal. Alright, let's heal up Bozel and then attack. So Bozel with the fireball. And because of the miracle and Tiaris' talent, he heals up decently. And as expected, the Ice Dragon targets Leon. Now, now Ice Age is active again. So, but he's down to 9,000 hit points. I think I can kill him this turn, regardless. Oh no, I'm out of skills. You know what? It's fine. As I said, I'm pretty sure I can kill him this turn, regardless. So let's just attack with Bozel, even though the faction buff will wear off after this attack. And there we go. With 9,000 damage, he was able to finish off that Ice Dragon. And it was quite an early finish, I think. I had quite a few turns to spare, which just, I guess, shows the difference that Tiaris makes in fighting the Ice Dragon. Her ability to add damage and reduce the damage you take made all the difference in this fight, for sure. Guaranteed. Yeah, it made this fight much easier, for sure. So, ooh, I got a nice item, Death's Robe. I'm not sure what that does, but we'll take a look after. So let's bring up that sheet, and then I'll go over my equipment and character setup for this specific battle. So that was surprisingly, I guess, almost anticlimactic, but I'm sure a huge part of that is because of Tiaris. There's no doubt about that. Without Tiaris, I imagine this fight would be much harder. So, first, we'll take a look at the new equipment that I just got. Death's Robe. Chance of being critically hit reduced by 20%. When attacked, 15% chance to increase enemies' damage taken by 20%. Wow, that's nice. Okay, this is definitely equipment you keep. It has the effect of increasing the damage enemy takes, so it's definitely one of the endgame equipment for mages, with no doubt. So, yeah. Alright, so let's talk about my characters. Really, Tiaris, let's go over the bonds quickly first. Tiaris, I barely updated her. She has level 1 bonds, and I have no real interest in upgrading it either. She's not attacking, she's just there to buff and heal, so there's no real interest in upgrading these two. If I could get this, I'd have to fight with Tiaris 5 times in the arena. Then this would be useful, because it would buff her personal stats. But upgrading her troops, her soldiers, there's no real point. At least not the way I'm using her. So, that's Tiaris. Liana's bonds I haven't changed for a while. Yeah, 731. I mean, I could upgrade her personal stats a bit. That would have probably helped with, but upgrading her soldiers, there's no real point unless she can't survive. So I'll do a few upgrades now, retroactively, after the battle. Yeah, I'll bring it up to level 6. But, yeah. You can see, like, her bonds were very low as well. With regards to Leon, who I used, all 3 bonds were maxed. Has not changed. And then next is Bozel and Lana. So Bozel's bonds, I upgraded a bit. I maxed out his soldiers because he's attacking, and I upgraded his personal bond to level 7, which is still reasonably priced. In fact, level 8 is okay too, at 60,000. It is a bit pricey for a 1% stat increase, but if you have the keys to use it, to upgrade it, you can. It's not a bad choice. So, 10 and 7 for Bozel, and finally for Lana, she's the one that changed the most, because I was worried that she could not survive the attacks. I had upgraded her like crazy. So her soldiers are maxed. Her 3rd bond was upgraded to level 9, which is very expensive by the way. Up to level 9 was 130,000, and then up to level 10 is 260,000. The 260,000, it's a bit too hard for me to swallow, but I even did the 130,000 upgrade, which is really expensive. And then her personal stats were increased up to level 9 as well. I ran out of keys, or I would max this one out too. So that's Lana, 10, 9, 9, and I had unlocked her 4th bond as well. can't do any upgrades because I don't have this item at all. In terms of training ground, I haven't done anything with the training ground for this past few days, so it hasn't changed. Sorceress still level 5. I'm still missing, these items, so I can't upgrade them to level 6, which is what I want. Yeah, all the attack skills here are below level 10 or below. 10, 9, 10, 8. Elite training is all around level 6 or below. This one was level 7, but yeah, 6, 6, 5, 5, 6, so yeah, 7, 1. This is left at level 1 because I don't really use any demon characters or demon units, so I just ignored it for now. In the advanced training, this was maxed out at level 10. This is only level 8. Again, I'm just missing materials to do upgrades, so I haven't upgraded that. And then in the first page, the basic training, everything is maxed out except for this one, which is the anti-demon specialty. You don't face that many demons in the first place, so I never saw a need to upgrade this. Just left it at level 5. So that's it for the units that really matter, which is the holy units. Finally, in terms of equipment, let's look at Bozel. Again, in fact, I haven't really changed the equipment much. In fact, I'm not sure there's been any change since the previous fight, which was the level 55 version of the Ice Dragon. Level 20, level 20, level 40, level 40. So no change to Bozel's equipment. Lana, I think the only change here for Lana was her Sage Staff was upgraded to level 50 from level 40. Everything else is still left at level 40. As I mentioned during the fight, Warlock's Hood has the effect of applying has a 40% chance to decrease the magic defense of an enemy by 30%. So that skill was very useful. It does not stack with the magic defense Intimidate, but it is a 10% additional decrease in magic defense. So having a Warlock's Hood on your Lana is always useful. But yeah, that's Lana's equipment. It's all SR items, nothing at SSR level. Who else did I use? Leon. Leon's equipment has been maxed out. It's all, last night, SSR, level 50. The rest of the equipment is just SR items. I haven't really picked up any good SSRs for Leon yet. So he's just going to continue to use this current set that he has until I get his final equipment. So that's Leon. Moving on. And then there was just, Liana and Tiaris. Liana, as we saw, I gave her speed boots from Bernhard. So she lost her magic defense, she lost 20% heal in this, and she also lost a whole bunch of intelligence. Let's see. Yeah, because the crystal wall was providing 31 intelligence with an additional 8. So this was giving 40 intelligence and 6% healing and another 20% healing from the crystal enchantment. But despite that, she did a decent amount of healing, which is all I really needed her for. And the most important thing was giving her that one extra movement allowed her to use again on turn 1 to kill off those 2 sorceress units. That made this fight much easier. It just made the fight really, really easy. So that was the equipment setup for Liana. And finally Tiaris. Tiaris' equipment, it's basically garbage. Put simply, it's garbage. Level 10 Crystal Ball, level 10 Sage's Hat, level 20 Emerald Robe, and a level 20 SSR item. But the whole point of Tiaris in this fight was really just her 2 abilities, Attack Blessing and Miracle, to increase the damage other characters were dealing. She did do some basic healing, which always helps, but other than that, her main focus was just using her 2 attack blessings to buff up my other characters so that they could attack more for higher damage. Her enchantment was Tree of Life to increase defense and magic defense of other characters, but I don't think she was really ever within 2 blocks of other characters, because I was so afraid of the Ice Dragon AoE attack. So with all that said, Tiaris' setup was pretty simple. So I guess a huge part of that was I guess the two main things to take away from this fight was, first, yeah, you do kind of need Tiaris to win. Without Tiaris, Leon would not have done that much damage, and he probably would not have been able to one-shot those sorceress enemies. Second thing to take away was Liana. Liana with +1 mobility, so that she can use again, made all the difference on the first turn, so that it was never attacked by any of the enemy sorceress characters that had 800 intelligence. And then, other than that, yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything. So thanks for watching. I hope this video was useful to you. It definitely, I have to say, it's totally character dependent. You need Leon. You need Liana. You need Lana. So like, the whole party is required to clear it this early. Other than that, you really would, I guess, have to wait till you hit around level 60 to fight this dragon. So thanks for watching, everyone. Nitro out.